be mainly a recap on the situation, what you lived, what were the problem you faced, and Tony will do a small recap on the situation in Lebanon today. And then, most importantly, I would like to talk about the future. كيف فينا نساعد بعض? How can we help each other? How can we build on the post-COVID? How the restaurant business will change or not change after this crisis. So maybe Tony, you'd like to start. أما بنعمل برمي بس تنعرف حالنا. تفضلوا إذا كل واحد بيحب يحكي كلمة بس يعرف عن حاله. كريم.
كريم شبقلو، اونر برجر كو، بيتزا كو، ديلي كو، امي بالاسواق وبفقره، واوبريتور لجولف كلاب ببيروت. نحن بيسكلي مرقت علينا كوفيد مثل ما مرقت على الكل. انا برايي هيك الديسيبليند اوبريشن تبع كروس.
لا بس خلينا بس برزنتيشن صغيره على كل واحد. بدي بلش مع توني لانه عنده شويه هيك ريكاب بيلون على الحاله. سوري. نائل
حلواني co-founder and COO of Toters Up.
Thank you.
Aline Kamakian, founder, owner of Mayrig Restaurant and Bachik Restaurant.
Sorry, Kamal
مزوق, founder of سوق الطيب طاولة and date.
Henri Farah, co-founder of Camp Catering, owner of Campai, Gavi.
Thank you all. بتحب تبلش توني تخبرنا شوي؟ توني أكيد president of the syndicate of the restaurants. تفضل.
بون ابريميدي للجميع. شكرا على الاستضافة. أهلا وسهلا بالزملاء وبالحضور. من دون شك أنه قطاعي النقل والسياحة هن الأكثر تضرراً بجائحة كورونا. الملاحة الجوية اللي هي بتعتبر ركيزة السياحة والسفر، يعني الطيران، والقطاع السياحي لأنه السياحة والضيافة والتباعد الاجتماعي ما بيتأقلموا. ونحن هون تنحكي اليوم كيف لازم يتأقلموا وكيف بدنا نتأقلم نحن وياه. من خلال تواصلنا مع المنظمة العالمية للسياحة بحسب التقارير والأرقام 1300 مليار دولار هي خسارة القطاع السياحي بالعام 2020. تراجع عدد السواح بالعالم بنسبة 74% مقارنة مع 2019. 120 مليون وظيفة سياحية بالعالم خسرناها. حسب المؤسسة إنه العام 2020 هي أسوأ سنة سياحية بالعالم. وبتقول المنظمة كمان إنه نحن بحاجة لسنتين إلى 4 سنين لنعود إلى مستويات 2019. أما بلبنان إذا بدنا ناخذ 2018 كمعيار وبدنا نقول إنه الدخل السياحي كان 7.2 مليار دولار بينما وصل بأحسن سنة بال2010 وكان 9.8. فينا نقول إنه خسائرنا المباشرة شهرياً اليوم هي 600 مليون دولار بشكل مباشر ما عدا تعثر الشركات والمؤسسات. خسرنا 100,000 وظيفة من أصل 160,000 وظيفة، وكان عندنا 40,000 طالب وطالبة يجوا يشتغلوا عنا بالصيف ويتعلموا، وكان القطاع السياحي قاطرة لكل القطاعات الإنتاجية بلبنان. خسرنا كل مقوماته للأسف. تراجع عدد المؤسسات من 8,500 مؤسسة إلى 5,000 المؤسسة من 2019 حتى اليوم. هيدا رقم بخوف. حوادث أمنية بصيف 2019 وبعني 40 يوم بقبر شمون، زائد تداعيات الثورة، زائد إفلاس البلد وحجز الأموال وسعر صرف الدولار، زائد كورونا من دون تعويضات وتحفيزات، زائد انفجار المرفأ، ثم تخبط بقرارات كورونا. خسر لبنان كل مقوماته السياحية، وإذا بدنا نحددها تحديدا خسر سيولته، خسر قدرته الشرائية، خسر العامل النفسي اللي هو الأهم، خسر سعر الصرف اللي ما عدنا نعرف كيف نشتري ما بدنا نبيع، واليوم عندنا حقيقة نأزة كورونا وهذا بدنا نحكي فيه. إذا بدي أحط عنوان للمرحلة بقول هي إدارة الأزمة كل واحد على صعيد دويلته، لأنه حقيقة معنا دولة. أما عنوان الحلقة اليوم فهو adaptation, flexibility, contactless, social distancing, stay safe everyone. تفضل.
Thank you. كيف كل واحد منكم بمؤسسته يعني كيف عاش هالكرايسيس وكيف قدر يكون فلكسبل؟ بركي نائل انت اخر واحد خلينا نبلش بالاوبريتور الفود اند بفرج. تفضلوا. آري تفضل.
بالعكس بالنسبه لنائل بعتقد كان بيج سبورت لنا بهيدي المرحله
اكيد،
وخاصة انه وسعوا كمان وجابوا سيارات وخلوا هالمطاعم تقدر توصل لمناطق اصلا ما كانت عم توصل لها، وسهلت اذا بدك العملية الكونتاكت بين الزبون والدرايفر، صار بيدفع على التليفون، يعني عملية الاب كلها والبوبولاريتي تبع الاب ونجاحها تبع نائل ساعدتنا كتير. هلا نحن كيف عشناها هيدي المرحلة؟ صراحة عشناها بكذا فيز، يعني كل فترة نشوف كيف بدنا نتأقلم. أكيد بالآخر اضطرينا نعمل داون سايزنج للبزنس لحتى نقدر نكمل نشتري شوية وقت. فكانت مرحلة أكيد صعبة، وهلأ بنتمنى إنه وقت نرجع نفتح تكون الأمور شوي أسهل، ونحن كمان بيني وبينك كمطاعم وقطاع نلتزم أكثر. نحن التزمنا كتير قبل ونلتزم أكثر هيدي المرة بكل المجرز يلي لازم تتاخد.
كمال كان عندك انت الوحيد اللي بركي اول واحد بهالصيفيه فتحت محل بمار مخايل. بتحب تقلنا كيف عشت الكوفيد
سوري
تايم؟
ناجي،
تفضل.
في ريكوست ينحكى انجليزي. ارماندو كوريسبوتي كاتب على الشات انه في ريكوست ينحكى انجليزي. I don't know if that suits you guys.
Okay, thank you.
We can do both.
So in English?
In English please كمال.
الواحد كيف بيرتاح.
أنا برتاح مش راح أحكي توني، بسكت.
بالعكس كلنا نادرين.
أحسن.
كلنا نادرين.
Well, I'm going to speak in English. Well, I don't need to add that Beirut explosion was, for me, the worst catastrophe in my life, but it was very simple. We needed to either stop everything or to act. And if we needed to act straight away. So we couldn't act financially. This is why we fundraised, and we could have funds to go on doing what we were doing. And as we decided to go on, I think we reacted in a very, very fast way. The explosion happened on August 4, and then we opened the soup for the producers, Souq Tayyib, on September 1, and we opened the whole project as of Taule and the Dekene and the new component, which is the soup kitchen, Matbakh al-Kil, on October 4th. So it was quite fast. So I think it's easier to stay. And if we stay, we need to do something. And if we need to do something, we need to do it straight away. And you brought the discussion to August 4th, Naji. But when I think of all the other problems before the beginning of the economical collapse as of October 2019, and then Corona measures. So every time I think there was a problem, we tried to come with a solution.
Let's focus maybe on the Corona and the COVID crisis, how you lived the COVID crisis, because we have a lot of problem in Lebanon. So let's today just focus on the COVID, how we live the COVID crisis, and then we will see how we can, how this will shape the future. Okay.
Well, sorry to come back a little bit earlier. Since October 19, we felt that people would like to spend less, so maybe go less to the restaurant, and for the same amount of money have more for this money. So we created Dekene, which is a grocery shop. So with COVID, we started to distribute Dekene online and by delivery. I think we were on Totters too, and by direct delivery too. So it's always whenever there is a problem, for us, it was like you just either stop, or if you go on, you need to come with solutions and you need to implement them. You need to adapt very fast and you need to bring solutions very, very fast. So with COVID, we strengthened the canning. We had like more offering at the canning as of ready to eat, like either from the freezers that you can heat anytime you want, or ready to eat on the same day from our own kitchen. And we started more focusing on delivery from Tawleh. So this is what we did. And whenever we were open and not in complete lockdown, we still have a buffet, as Tony said a little bit earlier when we were discussing, but like we protected the buffet where it's contactless and people couldn't approach it, you know, like you just need to adapt and to bring solutions for the problems.
Okay, so you were very flexible. You tried to be flexible, and the main I mean sources of revenue you were counting on was delivery, right?
Delivery of both Tawleh, so which means cooked food, and the kene. The kene is very, very important. It's like sales are nearly equal in both entities.
Can you try to tell us how much part of the business as sources of revenue grow in delivery compared to what was delivery before? What was your growth in delivery only? It was double, 10% more?
Not necessarily that we were during the night, so not much.
Naji, the problem with this section, also the delivery or the data that we have, there is nothing consistent. Yani, sometimes we are allowed to operate until 8, sometimes to operate until 4, sometimes only delivery, sometimes we open and we closed again. So even if we have data, and I can safely tell you, and Nael can confirm, we used to do around 20% of our sales delivery. When we were open post the first lockdown, we were doing around 50%. We went back into another lockdown, and then the delivery was until 4. And my business, we sell comfort food, we sell a casual concept. It's 70% is at night. It's not during lunch time. Beside what happened in Beirut, the explosion that Solidaire, all of the offices, they were destroyed, and the business aspect left. So we were hit at lunch and we were closed at dinner. Really, but today, yes, definitely have data, but I don't think it's a consistent data today to know exactly how delivery increased. Of course, it increased. Alana, just to tell you my part of things, I wanted to say, and I can say it on behalf of everyone, no one prepared us for the magnitude of what happened. And I'm saying purely on COVID things. I'm not talking about Lebanon politics or the explosion. And unfortunately, we don't have any support from our government. We had to learn from day-to-day operation. There is something very important that I want to send across the board. The COVID disciplined our operation and made us more efficient. Definitely, as Henri said, the revenue fell down and we had to reduce our workforce. But whoever was left with us became more efficient, and he started working more, and we started working under pressure. So you have a team of 100 that became a team of 40 that are doing what the 100 used to do. You know, we definitely search for other sources of revenue by managing other F&B. And in our case, when lockdown happened and we opened in the mountains in Fa'ra, delivery was not enough. So we had to actually go to people's house. We started doing the catering inside people's house. And this goes for everyone. We started grilling burgers inside their houses. People were more at ease accepting that the team go to their house and grill than to do delivery. Today, I'm not sure this option is valid anymore because we are really hit by Corona and people are more worried to bring in anyone to their house. But do we know what to do? We will know. Every day is a new day, and every day something new will happen, and we will create solution. And if we go back, a year back in time, and you will tell us, guys, this is what you will do as Henri or Nael or Aline or Kamal. هنقول لك no way, ما معقول. Or حتى جو قبل شوي كان معنا مع كمال إنه would he had invested 2 million in a restaurant, I'm sure it wouldn't have been the case. So today, whatever we did is a solution that worked for us on the short run. Yani we're managing a crisis and we are surviving in this crisis. Is money an aim for us? No, it's not. Survival is an aim for us. Paying our employees is an aim for us. Paying our suppliers is an aim for us. Mind you, all of us in the restaurant business, we used to buy from suppliers on a credit note. Today we're buying everything cash. We went back to whatever we sell during the day, we take it as cash, we pay our employee, we pay our supplier, we pay our expenses, ونقول الحمد لله. When we go sleep, the next day is a different day. Yani sometimes, and even when I'm sitting with you, how are you guys doing it? And I tell them the same thing. I don't know how I'm doing it. Today I'm good, tomorrow I might not be good. I don't know. So really, there is no planning. There is only one thing, I wanna share it. Really, with this COVID, we went from individualism into collectiveness. Yani today, a long time ago, before COVID, pre-COVID, when a product is delivered home and it has a problem, usually بتخانق مع نائل. It's your problem, your driver, no, it's your kitchen. Today, we don't have this problem anymore. ومعلش أنا بدي أقولها بوجه لبريزيدنت توني رامي إنه because we have an ABI, we became one group that complement each other. Today, from our suppliers to our packaging suppliers, to our kitchen, to our delivery partner, to the client, it's a chain. All of this chain should be efficient, not to transmit any disease or any COVID or anything. Any one of this chain, بيصير في غلط معه, the whole chain falls. So Anna, today, Safi Amrar, if there is a problem with the delivery with Totters, for example, I start defending Totters. There is a problem with Totters, there's a problem with nobody knows. It's a chain that will fall. So really, we went from being individualistic, كل واحد لحاله, into being a group of people gathered under a powerful نقابة that is trying to do as much as it can. ما بدي مش عم بيض وجه قدام توني صاحبي من 30 سنة. بس عم قول at the end of the day أنا صار لي in the business between here and outside for 20 years. ما بحياتي بعرف شو نقيب مطاعم ولا إنه عنا نقابة مطاعم. لا, today I know. Our partners, the delivery partners are يعني هلا they came at the right time to help in doing what
Tony, thank you, Karim. Tony, as a president of the syndicate, I have a question here online. Someone is asking, are you helping the restaurants and pressuring the government to increase the delivery time? عم بيحكي هلا كريم انه بالليل ما كان في delivery وهذا this is the time that he was selling the most. So as the syndicate, are you pressuring the government to let this delivery performed at night? And what is the result?
بعتقد خلال السنه اللي مرقت عدة مرات تدخلت النقابه. وقتها بمارش بلشنا من دون ديليفري، قعدنا جمعتين من دون ديليفري، وبعدين حطينا بريشر وقلنا كل العالم بكوفيد كان معتمد على الدليفري، وبعدين فتحنا القطاعات عدة مرات وفتحنا قطاعنا بعد برمخايل. كل ما يكون في اقفال جزئي واقفال مناطق دخلت النقابه بعده مرات، وبقوه الشباب ومثل ما قال كريم في الاتحاد قوه، قدرت النقابه تحط حالها انه تكون موضع قوه. اكيد نحن امبارح واليوم كان في اجتماعات للجنه كورونا، وبكره في اجتماع للجنه الوزاريه، وبعتقد انه التوجه تيكون في فتح جزئي ابتداء من التنين، واكيد رح بيكون في حصه لشيفت ثاني بالدليفري، ومن بعدها حصه تنقدر نرجع نفتح بالنهار كاول مرحله، ومن بعدها نقدر نفتح فول دوام اكيد جزئيا.
Okay, Aline, would you like to tell us more about how you lived and how flexible you were, and what were the sources of revenue you try to create during this period? Aline, are you with us?
Sorry, voila. As you know, Tony, as you know, Naji, that Mairig is not a delivery restaurant. It was a restaurant that you go and have a common sharing plates and this style of food, Lebanese, Armenian style of food, that we're not very much into the deliveries. But with the COVID, we had to, and we didn't have the system to do. So again, Totters was a way for us to be able to reach clientele. Adaptability is the only thing. مثل ما قال Karim, today we're in the survival mode. There is nothing strategical that is done. It just it's a trial and error. We're doing this. Zabatit, yes, today we did this. Tomorrow maybe, as again Karim said, tomorrow is not the same thing. Tomorrow it's another thing, because it was until 10 o'clock, then it came until 5 o'clock, then the explosion came. Then there is no one surrounding to deliver. So we started the frozen food. So we adapted. We started to have on the grab and go on Totters Fresh, the frozen food, so that you can have an income and you can make your employees work a bit. I guess we have to reinvent ourselves day by day. The problem is we don't know where we're going to reinvent accordingly. We are reinventing day by day, adapting day by day. So many challenges, so many different things. If you fix the COVID, you have the dollar. If you fix the dollar, you have the explosion. If you fix one, you have the other. So it's a circuit of challenges. The only thing, again, is today there is no more owner, founder, and employee. There is one team. There is one person. Everyone is doing everything, from cleaning of vegetables. The waiter is cleaning vegetables because he doesn't have a work. So we're trying to make sure that all the team has work, so that we can pay everyone, even though the salaries went extremely down. But again, we're trying to adapt, make sure we are paying our employees, make sure to stay alive. We are into a storm that we are just making sure that we are staying alive. If we compare ourselves to outside, what they're doing in COVID, we cannot input what there is outside here. Measures are very, we're taking all the measures, we're taking every single training that...
Why do you think we cannot implement what's happening outside that is not happening in Lebanon?
Okay, outside, if you follow, there is the way that they're doing, save the supplier, deliver at home. We make it, we are doing the high-end food, trying to make it delivery at home. You have a backup, a kind of backup from the government, even if it's 50% of their salary and 20% of your rent and stuff. Here, you don't have anything. You are literally naked, okay? So you are in the position where you are the government for your employees or for your team. You have to come up with solution, and you have to give them a hope, a saving net. And it's very difficult to be able to do that, knowing that you are swimming. You don't know which way you're swimming. You know, there is no direction. There is no north and south. There is nothing. So for me, we are in a very big storm, and the most important is to stay alive and to just breathe. Okay, breathe, and then we'll see. No one is talking about money. No one is talking about profit. No one is talking about just be able to have a cash flow to pay your employees and to be able to buy stuff. Yeah, today we're not able even to buy stuff. So COVID already put a high measure that you have to disinfect, you have to wear masks, you have to change your gloves, you have to change. Already this, on an economic situation, you increased $1,500 without doing anything, just equipment for your COVID. So by taking all these measures, you're still not there. And unfortunately in Lebanon, there is measures and there is people who take these measures, and there is who doesn't. And this who's not taking all the measures is spreading everything on everybody. So together, we in the restaurant business with the president and with the NAABE, we are really working together to do whatever is best for us. I mean, like, there is no more, we are so close to each other that each of one of us is asking the other, Shamilet, how did you do it? I did this, I didn't succeed, you did what? So we are very close to each other, and this is what is saving us today. We are, the whole team is becoming one.
Great. So another savior is Nail with Totters. Nail, would you like to tell us more of what happened with you during this period? Did you increase your staff by how much? And there is another question after I would like to ask you that comes from the audience. Someone is asking if Totters is taking 20 to 25% from the sales, how can you expect as a business model the operator to be making money? Because I mean, usually they don't make more than that, and especially during the very difficult times. So I have these two questions for you.
Okay, so on the adaptation front, what we've done is, so we worked on two fronts, and when we think about our business, we think that we're very liable towards our stakeholders, right? So we have the drivers, we have the restaurants that are our partners, and we have the customers. So when COVID started, we had to be very careful when it comes to safety measures. So we had to do a lot of random testing for our drivers, and we still do that till today, just to create a bit of confidence in the fleet that we have. And this was very successful in catching some COVID clusters among our fleet, and this gave confidence to our customers. But also, one thing that Ani mentioned, we opened new zones. So we started doing cross-zone delivery, mainly because the streets were empty because of the closure. So we started delivering from Beirut to Matan, Beirut to Kisirwan, by getting cars. So automatically, the business potential for the restaurants in Beirut started becoming bigger and addressing more addressable population. So this also helped grow the sales funnel by 20-25% for the partners in Beirut. In addition to that, we had to increase drivers significantly. So we hired a lot of drivers. I mean, now we're at more than 1,000 drivers delivering, and we went up from 600 to 1,200 drivers approximately delivering.
You doubled your drivers.
We doubled the drivers, but mainly because we had to deliver longer distances and we had to deliver a lot of grocery orders. So we increased our drivers, the number of drivers, and we increased the pay per driver, because I mean, it's super challenging now to get drivers because it's a bike. The bike is in dollars. So we had to increase our pay significantly to the drivers by 30% and create a lot of challenges. Let's say the driver is driving in the rain, we double the pay if it's a difficult storm. So we have to do a lot of those measures to ensure business continuity. And a lot of the restaurants attending the stock know that it really sucks operationally for us. So a lot of what we did on the driver and the supply front is really create incentives for drivers to come online and help us deliver as many orders as possible. Also, what we did to support the restaurants, specifically when we became the main channel to generate income, we lowered the payment cycles. So a lot of the problems pre-COVID were, Totters pays once a month. Now we started paying more frequently. So we pay on a weekly basis or every 15 days. So we lowered the payment cycle significantly to support with restaurants' working capital. And finally, when it comes to the food front, we focused a lot on creating a value proposition that is more appealing to customers at home. So the home customers were cooking food instead of ordering from restaurants on our app or via the phone. So we started focusing a lot on creating promotional value propositions, such as discounts or loyalty program, or try something new for like a discount on your first order from Burger Co or from other restaurants. Burger Code doesn't do discounts. I know that.
لا رح تزعلي رح
انا سكتت ما حكيت شيء.
But I remembered Amy calling me and yelling at me. So this is on the food front. One last thing on the food front, we also started adding more high-end restaurants to Toters that wouldn't come on Toters otherwise. Yani we added like a place like Happy Prince who wouldn't come to Toters pre-COVID at the time. So this is on the food front. On the diversification front, we focus a lot on grocery and retail. So grocery, we started our food, like our grocery delivery network called Toters Fresh. And then we started adding some of the merchants that work with us into Toters Fresh. So Aline, for example, added her MyLeague products into Toters Fresh. Meet the Fish Home added the retail products into Toters Fresh. So this way we created some diversification.
Tony, sorry, please.
One more point. We also added we had an incremental focus on retail delivery. So we've added a lot of jouet places like Jouet Club, but also we added IQOS, which helped us increase our penetration in the market. And then we started, after adding those retail partners and getting customers on retail, we started cross-selling food to them. So all of a sudden we have a bigger customer base, and then we're cross-selling our food partners to them. Well, finally, we've been working very closely with like a microfinancing company to provide microfinancing through Toters to our restaurant partners as well. This should roll out very soon as well. So overall, we increased food and we diversified and cross-sold.
So are you a backup to these restaurants, and how can you afford? Invoicing this 20 to 25%, how all these operators can afford paying you while their margins are, like we were talking, below zero?
Yeah, the margins are not below zero. They need to be between 30 and 50% in this period. 40 to 60% between in this period. To answer this question, we need to look.
Everyone said they're not calculating today what's happening. They're just surviving. They're just focusing on the present, but still they're paying your fees as 20 to 25%. So I'm just taking this question from the audience. Someone asked that.
It's a very good question, and I get asked this question a lot. But to answer it, we need to look at it from both sides, right? From the Toter side and from the restaurant side. So for us to operate as a company, a lot of people don't know that we have a very strong structure behind the service. So our office includes 120 people who are not drivers, who are mostly coders, marketing people, business development, and account managers. So the coders are 25 people. So to create such a reliable service, we need like a strong coding team or an engineering team. Those guys get paid in dollars. If you don't pay them in dollars, they will go to Dubai and work either to Dubai or on freelancer.com. They'll get some projects from abroad sitting on their couch. So already we have a very heavy cost structure behind the service that is already increasing our OPEX. This is one. The second thing for Toters is to generate all this demand. It's not like we only have drivers and then we pay them per order. So to generate all this demand, we need to do a lot of Facebook ads, Instagram ads, hire influencers. So our marketing budget is actually significantly high. So part of this 20 to 25% is actually to generate demand on behalf of the restaurants instead of them putting money on Facebook ads and whatnot. So, and the Facebook ads is still being paid in dollars for us as well. Let alone the influencers, they only get paid in dollar check and whatnot. And finally, a lot of our cost structure today is still in dollars. So we pay our Google Maps, basically to route the driver, in dollars. We pay our Amazon Web Services for the servers in dollars as well. So having said that, we have a lot of cost to run the service, and a lot of it is still on the dollar side. Having said that, also if you look at the partner side, 20 to 25% is considered a lot. But if you were to run your own delivery channel, so instead of if you look at the delivery as a channel on its own, it would cost you to run it on your own between call center, logistics, marketing, and customer care for bad orders and whatnot, it would cost 17 to 20%. And this is based on a big chain in Lebanon, like the biggest chain in Lebanon. Their delivery channel is 17 to 20%. So one, we're trying to pay our cost structure, but two, this is the cost of the channel. The same way a physical restaurant has a cost of channel, which is the rent, the tables, the utilities, and whatnot. So this is a typical cost of channel that is not significantly higher than it would be if they had their own drivers, basically.
Tony, using Totters and using the delivery, can you do a Lebanese meza table? Is it suitable for your kind of restaurants? Aline said it was a little bit difficult, but maybe you want to say something about that.
أول شيء خليني أعطيكم شوية أرقام عن الدليفري. بال 2019 كان معدل قطاع الشراب والطعام 70,000 أوردر بالنهار. وكان معدل الطلبية 25,000 ليرة. بال 2020 كان معدل الطلبية بالنهار 33,000 طلبية. وصار معدل الطلبية 45,000 ليرة. وأكيد هيدا التدني من 70,000 طلبية ل 33,000 طلبية جاي من وراء الكوفيد ومن وراء التخبط بقرارات الدولة، افتح ولوك داون وسكر بكير والمسعى اللي قدرنا نسعى لنقدر نفتح نحن شيفتين. تقريبا زلنا بعدد الاوردر بين 2019 وال 2020 من 70,000 اوردر يوميا الى 33,000. فور اكزامبل ديسمبر لانه كان عندنا شيفتين كان عدد الطلبيات بمعدل 50,000 طلبيه يوميا. إذا بدنا نعمل إحصاءات فينا نقول إنه 60% من الطلبيات هي مباشرة من المطاعم و40% هي أونلاين، زوماتو، توترز وكل الأونلاين الباقي. كمان فينا نقول إنه 30 ل 35% بالعادة الطلبيات بتكون بالمساء، إنما اليوم نحن اللي عم نشوفه تدني بشغل الدليفري عم بيكون من وراء لوك داون. لانه اليوم انت وقت تكون عندك دليفري بس للساعه 5 بالعاده العالم تطبخ بالنهار، ولو كان في دليفري بالليل كان اكيد تحسن عدد طلبياتنا. بالنسبه للمطبخ، بالنسبه للارقام اللي كان عم يحكيها نائل، بعتقد هي بعيده عن الحقيقه، ولو اصحاب المطاعم عم يرسموا باندال حقيقيه كان ال 20 وال 25% من الدخل رقم مش واقعي، انما يمكن المطاعم اضطرت اليوم تعمل دليفري وما عندها ستراكشر ريدي، سو مضطره انه تاخذ سند من توترز او زوماتو او شركات اونلاين. بالنسبه للمطبخ اللبناني it depends، اذا كنا عم نحكي عن كاجوال دايننج مثل ديوان بيروت او مثل امي او مثل بوبوف ليتس سي، اكيد الدليفري هو بوش كبير، ولكن اذا كنا عم نحكي عن الاكسبيرينس اللبنانيه الحقيقيه يعني مثل منير ومهنا والى اخره not suitable for delivery at all.
اوكي اليوم عم نشوف انه you are surviving, you are focusing on the present, you are focusing on the survival mode. We know that a lot of restaurants closed and they did not even bother open. So أول شيء يعني congratulations, because you are you are really the champions of this industry, and you are managing this day to day with very. How do you see the future? How do you see after this crisis, after the Corona and the COVID crisis? How do you see our industry? Do you see some changes that will, hygiene changes, maybe delivery changes? Do you think this growth in delivery will remain the same? Do you think we will have problems to, bring the people back to the restaurants? هل تأثروا العقلية تأثرت إنه يروحوا على المطعم؟ هل خايفين هذا الخوف this fear? Will we have to face this fear? How do you foresee the future after the COVID? Kamal, maybe you want to say something about that?
But you already told me that there are things I can say, others I cannot say. How do you want me to answer? Which part? So, Naji, obviously there is, after the COVID, period, because we cannot say nothing happened. what happened today is, I think, nothing happened like this in the history of mankind. Obviously, we had plagues and pandemics before, but not on the scale, and the world was not connected and linked as it is today. So there's definitely something as of the post-COVID. People are going to be afraid. People would like more to eat at home. I'm in Paris now, and I'm enjoying a lot eating like the best food of restaurants at home. I don't need to go to the restaurant, take a taxi, sit there, make a reservation. I can have the quality at my own house, which is great. You look around, you see more and more shops that go straight to the point. You know, there's no decor. Mainly it's the grocery shop. It's like from producers in the region, not far. It's local production, it's seasonal. So akid, for sure, there is a difference in what will come after. Just after, there's going to be a boom, that's for sure. People are going to maybe run again for what they missed for such a long time. But in the long run, there are going to be definitely changes, as I was saying. But in Lebanon, it's not only the COVID issues, there is other problems that I don't have the right to talk about, which are the political problem and the economical problem, because we are in a touristic field, and tourism cannot thrive on a non-secure or unsafe place. You know, people are not coming to a place to have a kidney transplant or something important. They are just coming to have fun, whether you are a foreigner, and if you are a local, you have to have the you have to want to go out first of all, and you have to have the means to do it. So the problem in Lebanon is very, very big. COVID is all over the world and the universe, but we have a bigger local problem, in my opinion, which is the economical, which is not economical, which is the political problem. If there's no change, in my opinion, there's no future.
Ari, do you have do you see something changing after the post-COVID?
Actually, I disagree with Camille. I think people are looking forward to going out to restaurants, to be in busy places, to have fun. It's not just a matter of food, it's a matter of having fun. So eventually, people will start going out again, that's for sure. As Aline was saying at the beginning, now it's the time where we have to be patient, we have to wait, we have to deal with every single problem as it comes until we are basically COVID free, let's say, and people can start behave like before.
Aline?
Well, look, there will be two kind of population. I think there will be the kind of population that they are extremely afraid. Like, remember when we have explosion in Lebanon? You had people that they are afraid, they don't want to go out. And you had people that living day by day. So we will have two kind of people. We will have people that will go out, okay? And these people, is it enough? Already we have in an economic situation that the purchasing power and is diminished. So we'll have two kind of people, one that will go out and one will deliver.
Yeah, this is a provision, but I mean, how do you prepare yourselves?
Exactly.
Yourself, how do you prepare the post-COVID?
For me, the most important is it's data and technology these days. We have to know better our client, and we have to run after our client. Yani we have to go to their home if they want, their picnic area if they want. We have to create how to arrive to their location. Delivery, catering, ready-made food, Dikene, Instagram. These are the methods for me to be close to the client, to be genuine with them, and to listen to what they want, because they are, after all, they are the one who decides what we want to, what we will do. My job today is listen to them and to stay alive and to save my client, save my population, save my employees. Because opening a restaurant today, we have a big responsibility. We have responsibility to protect our team and to protect our client. And we are, at the end, we are business owners. We're neither government nor things. We are following the rules, but not everything is very clear. So we have to create, daily we are creating new ways to to deliver and to arrive to the client needs. And they are getting very, very fast. عم يزهقوا. Very fast.
Thank you. Nail, someone is worried about your business. They are asking if Totters will survive the post-COVID crisis.
That's a very good question, actually, because when the country opens up, our data shows that basically a lot of the demand shifts to offline. So we see it very clearly. Whenever there is an opening, a lot of the delivery goes to offline, which is a good news, because if our partners have like a direct channel with direct restaurants coming to the store, they'll be more comfortable financially and they'll be able to create more. So we actually like being post-COVID or being COVID-free, just because the partners will be more comfortable conducting business and they'll have a better financial standing. Having said that, I wouldn't worry about the business, just because delivery will still exist the same way it existed pre-COVID. It will exist post-COVID as well. I just think post-COVID restaurants dine-in will increase significantly and will go back to previous levels. But also post-COVID, we need to have the right value proposition, whether it's the restaurant business or us as a platform. So we see today, based on the data, that a lot of the customers are moving to healthier options. So for the people who used to eat like comfort food, now that they want to eat more salads or more proteins or more just healthier options. So there's a big move to that. There's bigger move to simplicity and going back to the roots when it comes to ordering simple things rather than things that are super complicated. And also a lot of the customers, I mean, this is related to the economic crisis in Lebanon, but we also see it in Iraq. A lot of the customers are being more price sensitive and they're trying to get their hands on offers, even customers who are usually not so price sensitive. So having the right value proposition from healthier options, simpler and cheaper would be important for us as a platform. And finally, also our focus on digitizing delivery and making more and more of the delivery digital will remain the same. So I wouldn't worry about us. Like, I would be happy just for the restaurants who will have another source of income that is stronger, the other channel, which is offline.
Karim, do you agree?
I do agree. And I want to add to Nail, I believe delivery or servicing client at the comfort of their home is here and will stay and will remain. They say, not out of falsafa, but they say a habit, it needs 21 days to sink in. نحن صرنا سنة بكوفيد. أنا on a personal level, I wouldn't go again to a supermarket. I'm ordering my groceries through an app, and it's amazing. It's great. It's doing good. I just want to add something. The COVID made us. نحن as a restaurateur, we used to provide three things, three pillars: food, ambiance, and service. COVID came, canceled ambiance, canceled service, وقالنا guys رجعوا ركزوا على الفود. So all of us we're really scratching our mind مثل ما قالت ألين إنه what to do, how can we provide a better food proposition. يعني رجعنا back to the roots إنه خي أنتم مطاعم بدكم تعطونا أكل طيب، ما تبيعني ambiance وما تبيعني location. So this is what we're doing actually now, and this will not go in the future post-COVID. So I believe again كمان مثل ما قال أول ما بلشنا we want to see what our client want. هلا كيف how will our client behave post-COVID? We will react to it, but at the end of the day, clients will dictate for us. We will open our venue, and people definitely post-COVID wants to socialize. But today, if I'm able to take on the amazing food and consume it at home, I would say, why would I want to go to the restaurant unless I'm meeting someone, unless I'm bored, I wanna socialize. But the accessibility that we have today of having anything we want at home, I'm talking as a client now, I wouldn't let it go post-COVID.
A lot of people are asking you operators, why don't you create your own delivery system rather than working with a platform like Totters? Do you think this will increase and how are you surviving paying this money? We asked Nail Totters, we did not ask you guys, how do you do with your P&L?
Naji, let me tell you about my experience, because نائل يعني أنا صرنا عم نشتغل مع Totters since they started. We as Burger Co, Pizza Co, Deli Co, and Ummi, we have our own delivery. We have our own delivery guys and our own delivery system. When Totters came in, they came in with the proposition which succeeded of adding delivery client. مش إنه هلا at the end of the day صار في شوية hybrid. Some of my clients صاروا على Totters, صار أخذهم هو. بس definitely a lot of clients that I didn't have before came through Totters. Anna, before when we started with Totters, and I have these numbers because these are pre-COVID and explosion. We used to deliver from the delivery, total delivery of the cause of all my restaurant. 80% was my delivery, 20% was Totters. Now we're almost at 50-50, if not 60% Totters, 40% that, but my delivery grew 3 or 4 times, you know, and this is how, yani, this is a successful relationship. We have an experience in London, Burger Co London, where we don't have our own delivery because delivery is not something that is was available back then. And we used to work with Deliveroo. They used to charge 30%, 29%, 28%. So today, because we have an option, yes, Totters started be whatever, 15, 18, 20, 24, but at the end of the day, I'm gaining from this relationship. It's not like I'm not gaining from this relationship. But we do have our own delivery, not only Totters.
Naji, if I may.
Hey, I was going to ask you, because you said you want to bring Myrick to the homes, Bachik to the homes, create, bring the chefs to the people, etc. So I felt you had something to say here.
No, because for the why I am not doing the network of delivering since I came into this delivery zone, it's new in my sales. If you go back a year and a half ago to Myrick, my delivery or takeaway is not even 1% of my sales. Today we did the calculation. If I want to create today my own application, not everyone is ready to download 10 millions of application. If each restaurant has an application, okay, imagine your phone is full of application. And the second thing, I need to have an application. I need to have a data reader, marketing. I need to boost it. I need to update it. And I need to have a crew of delivery boys. If I do this calculation, it's gonna cost me around 15 to 17% if I manage to do this kind of deliveries. So for one restaurant, if I have 1 or 2 restaurants, it's really not logic for me to have this investment to do. If today is Totters percentage high, like it's always, if you, from my side it's high, from his side is low. We can never continue arguing in this. Is it saving today the situation? Yes, it's saving today the situation, because he's penetrating market that I can never imagine myself penetrating. So it's according to your, today I opened Faqra. I call Totters Faqra. If they are not open for delivery, I don't open Faqra. Today, for example, it's rain, it's snowing. I call Totters, are you open? No, I don't open Myrick. This much I'm influenced.
We lose on Faqra, by the way, just to support. I mean, we pay a lot to the drivers in Faqra.
It's very difficult to go through the thing. So today, that's why I was saying COVID situation today is daily adaptability. Okay, you have to be very fast to adapt on your daily operation. And with Totters Fresh and grab and go and stuff, I managed to keep my central kitchen and to have my frozen food up and running and be able to pay my salaries. And the thing that he did for the payment of weekly, it was really helped so that I can pay the salaries or a percentage of the salaries. So these are all today. Now, what is missing for us is the data. This is where we need to find a way with the tutors and with things to read more the data, to know about our client, to know what to be able to offer to our client, which is in the help of tutors and in the help of Mayrik or other restaurants, because the more you know about the client, the more you can offer, and both of us will be more happy.
What besides tutors and the delivery, what will change in your businesses? What do you think? Henri, we were discussing earlier today, you said that you are losing a lot of human resources. How will you replace all these people that left during this this period to the Gulf? Are you creating new, I don't know, training procedures? Are you hiring more people? Are we hiring? I don't know. What do you think?
The challenge, in my opinion, now post-COVID is basically to have your qualified people still with you, especially with the challenges and the offers coming from abroad. As we were saying, the COVID is doing a good thing now that the airports are closed. They are not being capable, you know, of applying to visas or traveling. So this is going to be a big issue. What we are trying to do basically is to balance the load, to make our pillars in the company have a balance by working in Beirut, for example, and abroad, to have, let's say, part of their income in fresh dollars. But you can do that with 5, 8, 10% of your employees. You cannot do that with all your employees. So this is basically what's concerning. It's definitely going to affect the quality of food and the quality of service and the quality of the entire industry in Lebanon. And that's what we are basically known for. We are known of being very hospitable. We get very good chefs from abroad. We invest a lot in the raw material. We are basically competitive with big brands, international brands. We try to be equal to them. So that's basically the big concern. I think we have to wait, as we were discussing, and the customers' behavior and see how things are going to turn out. To give you a right answer now, I think it's going to be very difficult, to be honest. We have to wait and see.
Time is running, unfortunately. I just want to discuss a little bit about the Lebanese gastronomy, Lebanese food. Tony, you have something to say about that?
اكيد نحن بلبنان ومطبخنا لبناني، وكنا عم نسال قبل كيف فينا نتاقلم مع هالمطبخ. للاسف اذا بدنا نقول انه شعاره هو لقمتنا بتجمعنا، واذا بدنا ناخذ معياره نهار الاحد معدل الطاوله هي 12 شخص، يا بتجمع كل افراد العائله يا بتجمع كل الاصحاب، وهذا اللي بيميز هذا المطبخ. وهذا المطبخ مثل ما بيعرف كمان كمال بيعتمد على المشاركه، هو مطبخ ميزة وهو شيرينج كوزين. من الصعب جدا التأقلم مع المطبخ اللبناني. من الأفضل كان إنه أكيد اعتماد خطة النقابة وتفريغ 50% من عدد الطاولات والكراسي والالتزام بالإرشادات. ونحن حكما من بعد اللوك داون تبع نوفمبر تقدرنا نحن نقنع اللجنة الوزارية تنفتح المطاعم. كان التوجه إنه يفتح القطاع فقط بالأوتدور. كانت الفكرة إنه كلنا سوا نفرغ كراسينا وطاولاتنا ونصدق هالخريطة ونحطها على الباب ونسهل الشغل للأجهزة الأمنية. بهالشكل إذا نحن كان صالة فيها 10 كراسي 10 طاولات صار فيها 5، حكما نحن هيك أمنا التباعد الاجتماعي وما عاد في طمع وما عاد في إمكانية للاقتزاز. من هون بدي أقول إنه كثير من الزملاء ما أخذوا هذا المعيار بعين الاعتبار للأسف. بس أنا بعتقد والحضور بأكد إنه السياحة والناس هن توأمان لا يتفارقان، هن توينز. ما رح نقدر نرتاح إلا ما نخلص كومبليتلي من كوفيد. رح نجرب نتأقلم، رح نجرب نكون فلكسبل، رح نجرب نشتغل على إرشادات وقائية، ولكن حقيقة ما رح ترتاح السياحة وما رح يرتاح قطاع النقل ويرتاح العالم ويرجع يصير فيها الانفتاح بين الدول بين بعضها الا ما تخلص كوفيد نهائي.
بس توني، هل رح يتغير هاي الطاوله اللبنانيه اللي عم تحكي عنها؟ هل رح تتغير؟ It will adapt to the post-COVID era. أما لا, it is it's something that will stay and remain how it is today.
اكيد انه هيدا ما راح يتغير. هيدا مطبخ بلش بالبردونه بال 1818، مطبخ اسمه مش المازه اللبنانيه، وصف الصحون. اكيد بده يبقى وبدنا نورثه لاولادنا بهالشكل. بهالظروف بدنا نقدر نحافظ عليه بالتباعد الاجتماعي وبتقليص عدد الكراسي والطاولات بالصالات وبالارشادات الوقائيه.
كريم وكمال انتم موافقين؟
أنا بوافق توني، وأنا برأيي بالمطعم اللبناني there are a lot of things that we can still do. المطعم اللبناني is a traditional restaurant, it's a traditional way of eating, و it can be modernized. نحن شوي بأمي جربنا نعمل هذا الشيء، بس كمان بدي أرجع أكد على اللي حكيناه كلنا هون. بدنا ننطر مثل ما قال البريزيدور توني post COVID كيف الكلاينت تبعنا حيكون، ونحن we will adapt لإله.
كريم عند كريم it's a casual Lebanese dining مثل عندي بالديوان بيروت، بس وقت عم نحكي عن مطاعم لبنانيه مثل مهنا ومنير يعني من الصعب جدا تتاقلم مع ميزه لبنانيه فيها عائله وفيها افراد وفيها اصحاب وفيها مجموعات كبيره. هيدا شيء وهيدا شيء.
اوكي unfortunately time is running. في حدا حابب يزيد شيء؟ في كثير سؤالات عم يوصلوا لي، كثير سؤالات، بس جمانة انت معنا؟
ايه انا معكم. انا do you want to wrap up ناجي or we close؟ نحن هلا فوق ال 200 شخص already بعنا listening, so it was an incredible hour كلنا سوا. صرنا زمان مش قاعدين هالقد مجموعين وعم نتسمع بعضنا. Do you want to wrap up أو
مثل ما بتحبوا.
أنا
في حدا
بتصور شو معنا ناجي. Sorry to interrupt you, Naji. Laura Lahoud has a very interesting intervention saying like, let's first of all get to the post-COVID era alive and we'll take it from there. So إن شاء الله كلنا نضلنا بصحة وبعافية
إن شاء الله،
ويكونوا المشاكل أقل شيء ممكن، لأنه لسوء الحظ صرنا كمان رقم واحد بالعالم من حيث قديش كارثة هالكورونا وقديش عم نتعاطى معها بشكل كارثي كمان.
Thank you Kamal. Thank you all.
Thank you everyone.
For a beautiful and insightful round table. The session has been recorded. نحن سجلناها ورح تكون على Hospitality News معك بكرة. We look forward في 12 ويبينار. هذا واحد من 12 ويبينار رح يكونوا a series of talks, and we'd love to see you all following. Just register and we look forward to continue the conversation بين بعضنا. Take care everybody.
Thank you. Merci.
Thank you.
Thank you Kamal.
Thank you
Naji. Thank you all. Thank you President. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.